Did Trump just give Adani Group a way out? Global shock over leniency in foreign bribery cases. Sometimes, a person sitting on the world's most powerful chair can change the course of history with just a few words or a signature. Can you imagine that a single decision by US President Donald Trump could potentially change the fate of one of India's biggest industrialists, Gautam Adani? Can a relaxation in the law blur the lines around serious allegations like bribery and corruption? And if that happens, won't it ring alarm bells for corporate ethics across the globe? This story isn't just about a decision, it's about a hidden global system where power, money, and politics combine to decide who gets punished and who is forgiven. Today, we'll dive deep into this subject. But before that, if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an update. So let's begin today's discussion without delay. Ever since taking office, Donald Trump's decisions have often been marked by controversy and surprise. On one hand, he imposes tariffs on China and sparks trade wars, while on the other, he pushes policies that appear to directly benefit his allies and political donors. Recently, the Trump administration has made a decision that has stirred not only Wall Street but also the global justice system. This decision softens the US's traditionally tough stance on white-collar crimes such as foreign bribery, public corruption, and money laundering. At the center of this move is an executive order signed by Trump 2 months ago. This order directs the U.S. Department of Justice not to prosecute cases where American citizens or companies attempt to secure business deals by bribing foreign officials. Trump argues that such practices are common in many parts of the world, and punishing only American companies puts them at a disadvantage in global competition. But now, this argument is under serious scrutiny. Is this decision a compromise on core American values? The biggest beneficiaries of this executive order are likely to be companies already under investigation for bribery or corruption, and one such prominent name is India's Adani Group. According to a report by the Wall Street Journal, certain firms linked to the Adani Group were accused by US investigative agencies of being involved in a foreign bribery scheme. The report stated that criminal cases had been filed in US courts against some top executives of the Adani Group. However, with Trump's new order, the very nature of these cases could now change. This is not just a relief, it could be a major political signal. The report highlights that a company named Azure Power, which had entered into a contract with an Adani Group firm for a solar energy project, may now benefit from this policy shift. This means the potential charges against Adani Group may not only weaken, but could be entirely dropped. What's most interesting here is that the Adani Group has consistently labeled all such allegations as baseless. Now, with the US administration backing off from enforcing such cases, Adani Group's position becomes even stronger. The impact of the Trump administration's decision is not limited to Adani alone. Another name that has come up is Cognizant, an American IT company with major operations in India. According to reports, Alina Habba, the newly appointed U.S. attorney from New Jersey and formerly part of Trump's legal team, has proposed the dismissal of cases against former Cognizant executives accused of paying bribes in India. This further shows how actively the Trump administration is working to soften its stance on such cases. Internal Justice Department memo reviewed by the Wall Street Journal clearly states that U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi has instructed prosecutors not to initiate any new investigations or actions under the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act (FCPA) until the Trump administration releases new, revised enforcement guidance. In other words, from now on, investigations into foreign bribery will also be shaped by political intent. The FCPA, Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, is a law enacted in 1977 with the aim of preventing American companies from gaining undue advantages by bribing foreign officials. However, The Trump administration now argues that this law actually harms US companies, as foreign firms continue to make such deals without restrictions. In essence, where ethics and transparency once held priority, the narrative is now dominated by competition and profit. In 2024, the U.S. Department of Justice and the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) recorded 26 enforcement actions related to the FCPA. By the end of the year, investigations were underway against at least 31 companies. Now, all of these cases face uncertainty, as the Trump administration has devised an entirely new strategy to review these actions. This strategy not only offers relief to American companies, but also encourages them to shift from moral competition to aggressive commercial practices. One more major impact of Trump's decision is that even companies previously convicted by courts are now being granted leniency. For example, Swiss commodity trading giant Glencore, which pleaded guilty in 2022 to charges of foreign bribery and market manipulation, has now been released from oversight by 2 compliance monitors. This essentially means the company is spared nearly $140 million in losses. What was once a criminal case has now been reduced to a mere business review. But Trump's pardons didn't stop there. At the end of March, he also pardoned Nikola founder Trevor Milton, the same individual who deceived investors by making false claims about his company's zero-emission trucks and technology. Interestingly, Milton was also a known donor to Trump. So the question arises, was this just a coincidence? Or do Trump's decisions reflect a deeper equation of personal ties and political gain? Similarly, Trump also pardoned the 3 founders of the BitMEX crypto exchange. They had been found guilty of failing to implement adequate anti-money laundering controls. But Trump not only pardoned them personally, he also spared the company from paying a $100 million fine. This decision clearly reflects that, in Trump's view, when it comes to the competitiveness of American companies, the rulebook can be set aside. Now the question arises, are these decisions purely driven by American economic interests? Or is there a political agenda at play, one that bends the law to benefit Trump's close business allies, associates, and donors? And if this trend continues, will there ever be accountability for white-collar crime? Is the world's most powerful justice system now beginning to crumble under the weight of political influence? One thing is crystal clear from this entire story. Trump's decisions have sent a strong message to business tycoons across the world. If you are aligned with America, even the most serious allegations against you can be reduced to just a business deal. And this very approach has brought relief to industrialists like Gautam Adani. While political opposition in India continues to question his dealings, in the US, he now finds a new layer of legal protection. But the bigger question remains, will such decisions truly steer global trade and investment in the right direction? Or is this the beginning of a wave that could shake the very foundations of ethics and justice in the world economy?
If our video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.